Hey guys, here are 3 shoulder mobility exercises that you're probably not doing but should. Most guys 40 plus are not doing enough mobility work, so even if you're working out at the gym, you're probably not doing everything you need to do to keep your shoulders healthy. And these 3 moves, even though they're kind of weird, are really good for helping with your shoulder mobility. And number 3 in particular, I think you're really going to enjoy, even if it frustrates you a bit. But give it a shot and enjoy this video. Hey guys, it's Dean. In this video, I've got Dr. A from Fit Father Project. We're going to be going through some more challenging, intense exercises for the shoulder, not just flexibility, but also working on strength. Yeah.
Ready to go. Let's go.
That's it. Cool. All right. So the first pose, this is going to be a modified child's pose, and it's kind of based more on a functional range conditioning or more of a much active mobility form of exercise. So I'm going to have you get down on the ground.
Okay.
If you have 2 blocks, you can use blocks. If you don't have blocks, foam rollers will work just fine. If you don't have foam rollers, go get a stack of books. We're going to find something to work. And if you don't, I'll also show you a modification you can do on the wall if you don't have any of that stuff. So child's pose is you're going to be kind of in this relaxed position with your butt back toward your heels, your knees about as wide as the mat or about 2 feet apart. And then you're going to put your hands up on blocks. So ideally your arms are straight here. Definitely going to feel some stretching through the shoulders, and we can hang out here for about a minute, just kind of getting set up. So I'll kind of guide you through what to do here. Now, a common tendency here is to allow your chest to kind of like relax down and for your ribs to open up and kind of arching your back. I want you to imagine someone's punching you in the stomach. So you're kind of going to draw in through the ribs.
Yeah.
And when you do that, what did you feel?
I felt activation of the core. I felt like my lats and my shoulder blades got more active. Less of a stretch, more of an activation.
Cool.
And more length actually in the spine, interestingly.
Yeah. Cool. So this isn't just flexibility. This is also strength work. And I actually like doing strength work with flexibility just because that's going to yield much more functional, noticeable benefits in that area. So you'll feel it more when you're doing upper body exercises. It's also going to last longer than just pure passive flexibility on its own. All right, so this is how we prep for this, right? We've been here for about 45. I'm really bad with time, so who knows how long. But now we're going to add in the strength, even more strength here. So this is hard to do, but do your best. So from this position here, all you're going to do is hover your left hand for about 10 seconds. So squeeze it up as high as you can. Notice how much he's shaking here. Try to lock out that arm the best you can. The palm can face down. Yep, and just squeeze it up. And this whole left shoulder blade is going to light up as you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and relax. Let it come down. And then we're going to go straight into the other side. So 10 seconds there. Yep, try to lock out that arm. And guys, if you don't have the blocks, you can do this on a wall as well. So just alternating, lifting one hand away from the wall. Relax. We're going to do 3 total. Straight into it. Left arm up. So this is really quick, right? Really intense, but it'll be done in 60 seconds. So again, about 10 seconds there. Lock out that arm, squeeze it up high, and relax. Switch to the right. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, Dr. A is doing a really good job here. I don't have to remind him, but make sure that you're not tilting to the side.
Yeah.
Keep your chest facing down as you're doing it. Swap. One more to each side. Yep, get that big breath. So using that inhale to prepare, that exhale to lift up. Remembering to breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Relax. And then the last one here, squeeze up. Good. Yep, press up, press up, press up, press up. So again, whole shoulder blade really active here as you're doing that. And release.
That is an amazing exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, for the shoulder blade, the scap, that lower trap, but also that planted arm. I'm feeling this crossbody tension between that planted arm and my other adductor, which is like this crossbody tension. So it's like, I was feeling opening in my hips too.
Oh yeah.
Like from an alignment perspective, that was like phenomenal.
Yeah.
I wish I do that every single day.
Yeah, so like this is something, especially if you have pain in any sort of overhead motion with your arms, or if you just start to do some sort of upper body exercise and you're like, it's just not feeling the way that I want it to. This, in terms of time spent and what you get in return, is an incredibly wise investment. It's just 60 seconds, right? 10 seconds per side, 3 sets, and then your shoulders feel so much better after it.
And you mentioned something called like functional range conditioning, FRC, which basically the idea that the shoulder blade and the shoulder itself is such a mobile joint. what we found is like the healthiest shoulder is the one that can maintain these end range positions. So that's why Dean's working that really end range scapular position. They're working that lower trap. Phenomenal.
All right, guys, quick 15-second break here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you are focused on your longevity. You want to do what you physically want to do for as long as possible and live independently as long as you can. And if that's your goal, I invite you to do our free 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge. Link is in the description below. Sign up when the video's finished. Yeah. All right, cool.
Yep.
Moving on to the next
Exercise
one.
2. Yep.
So this next one is going to work on thoracic mobility. So if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk, most guys have really poor thoracic mobility because what are we doing all day, right? Whatever we need to do is right in front of us, right? We're never like turning to the side and doing something over here. We're on our phones, we're on our computers, we're running straight forward, we're on our Peloton, like everything is straight in front of you. So working the side to side motion is something that's we're definitely missing.
And I think that's why people get hurt when they get older. Is like all athletics involve rotation of the hips.
Yeah.
Golf club, pickleball, but like we only train in this plane. So let's fix that.
And we're also going to do a couple things to ensure that you don't cheat with this. So Dr. A has the block. We're going to put the block between the thighs, and then we're going to hold it there. So this is going to force your core and your hips to stay engaged. Now, one thing more I like to do, I'm going to have you bend your knees just a little bit.
Okay.
Tighten your glutes.
Yep.
And you're going to maintain this slightly bent position with your knees for the duration of the exercise.
On it.
This is going to allow you to keep the hips forward instead of twisting to the side with the hips. So we're really isolating the upper back thoracic spine here. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your neck. And you might notice over time, even just holding your hands behind your neck can be difficult. Most of us just don't do this. And then from this position, I want you to kind of pull the shoulder blades together and get active through the upper back.
I'm there.
Okay? And now we're going to start breathing. Breathing might feel a little restricted here, so we'll adjust to that as we go. But we're deliberately breathing into the ribs. So as you inhale, you're thinking about pushing into the front of the rib cage, but also the backs and the sides of the rib cage. Okay, so we're starting to open up there, starting to feel breath affecting the body. Now we're going to add in the twist. So on your next exhale, go to the left. Good. Hold there, breathe in, expand. Twist a little bit deeper. And now inhale, arms out. Yep, and then twist a little deeper. One more breath there. And then back to the middle, and hands come behind the neck once more. Okay, so take a little break, process what you just did. So what we're doing is really isolating thoracic spine. And as he's twisting, he's going to keep that hip pulling back. So we're only twisting through the upper back. We're not compensating with the hips or the low
And I can do a better job on that side. I always feel like my hips were coming just a little bit. That's the point of the practice.
Yeah, we'll get better. There's also a ton of stuff to keep in mind here. So if you get overwhelmed by all the different technique cues, you're a human being. You are normal. Great job. So you won't get it all the first time. We'll integrate it as we go. All right, as you're ready, take that exhale, twist. Good. Breathe in, get big. Twist a little bit more. Inhale, open up the arms. Twist. Good. Keep that left hip pulling back. One more. Back to the middle. Yep. And let's go. Let's keep it going. So we're going to do 4 breaths to each side, 2 sides total. Or sorry, 2 reps per side. Yep. All right, so twisting, keeping that right hip pulling back, inhaling, filling up the rib cage, exhaling, going a little bit deeper, inhaling the arms open, going a little deeper. Yep. And as you're going through this, you should really feel the shoulders getting tired, right? Even though we're not using any weight, just holding your arms up overhead can be really challenging. All right, let's keep it going. To the right, breathe into the rib cage. Open up. Still using our core and our hips, right? We've got that slight bend to the knees. The block is there. If you don't have a block, you can use a foam roller as well. Yep. Good. We've got 1 more per side. Stay active through the upper back. It's really cool when you get through this to the end and feel how much different it feels. It's a really cool little improvement. All right, last side. Twisting. A little bit deeper with each breath.
Really
right.
good.
Yeah, so just give your shoulders a little move here, right? Just move from side to side. One really good indication that you've got some improvement through the thoracic mobility. Pretend you're driving and you're checking to see if you can change lanes. That should feel a lot smoother than it did before.
Totally does. One thing I would personally do is I think at that final end range when I'm here, I might take a few more breaths because I feel like that's where I could really work it a little more. Like I'm loving this idea of getting into end range and then using breath. Because I think I feel like deeply it's retraining these tight areas to chill out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good insight. Yeah.
And you only can do that with telling your body that you're okay at that end range.
Safety.
So getting there, breathing, reminding yourself, no, I'm okay. Like I can hold this. Yeah, it's hard, but I'm okay.
Yes.
And then it's really cool when you hold it long enough and your body's like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
And then you sink a little bit deeper.
Totally. That's a significant experience for sure. And you know, these muscles, like the psoas muscle that attaches to that low back is the main hip flexor.
Yeah.
It gets tight when we're freaked out and we're stressed. Like when we want to run away from something, psoas gets tight, so we're ready to go. And I think we constantly have this tension here. What I'm finding is this unwinding in this position. It's like kind of like primally releasing this tension I have down here. Maybe I'm just projecting, but I think you might experience the same thing.
Yeah. No.
I like it. Okay.
All right. Now this next one, this is a fun one. This is one I just showed to Dr. A right before we started. It's a weird one, but this is a fun, and we were talking about it, but it gets all the joints of the upper body in one weird, crazy exercise. So
Teacups.
teacups. All right. So you're going to have, I want you to assume your best, I don't know, your best, like, you know, master martial arts, whatever stance you can think of here, channel that. We're going to start with your arms at your sides. I'm going to step away from you so you don't smack me with your hands. And then we're going to go through the body, pressing your arms forward. Now, this is where it gets weird. You're going to keep your palms facing up. This is called teacups, pretending you're holding teacups. You're going to bring your teacups around your head, overhead. Keep your palms facing up. Bring your arms out in front of you at head level. Reach forward. Your shoulders are going to make some weird noises here. And now bring them behind you. And then you're going to bring them back through. So make sure your teacups stay facing up. And we're going to do that again. So wrapping around by the ears, reaching forward in front of your face, bringing them all the way to the back of the body and through the arms. Okay, so if you can't do this perfectly the first time, good. Once again, you're a human being. Okay, this is going to take a few times to get. You're going to feel some popping sensations that you might not be accustomed to. This is, again, it's a weird exercise, but you're going to feel your whole shoulders just kind of light up as you're doing this. And now that you're just starting to get comfortable going in this direction with the arms, we're going to pause and change it up. Now you're going to go backwards. So now you're bringing the arms behind you. Press your arms back, palms facing up. Wrap around the head, around the ears, to the sides, in front of you, and pull back through. Again, lots of popping, lots of sensations through the shoulders that we might not normally feel. Pulling back, palms facing up as you're going through this. You might recognize some weaknesses that you didn't know you had as you're doing this. By the way, if you think this is a silly exercise, this is very popular in the martial arts UFC world. So, you know, not that I didn't think I was a badass in my own right, but, you know, if the best fighters in the world are doing this, then maybe I'm cool too.
I would talk, but I got a lot going on upstairs.
Yes. All right, and then we come back and we shake it out.
I love that. Obviously, every conceivable way you can move your shoulder, extension, flexion, internal rotation, external rotation has worked in that.
Internal rotation.
It's got, and I think that's where I actually felt the weakest. I kind of felt like it was kind of diagnostic for me, because like here I'm like, dude, my teacup was trashed at this point. Dean's got better teacup abilities in the internal rotation, but it's just good to know. So it's like, okay, that's the range that I want to really focus on gaining for my shoulder health. And also paying attention to asymmetries that you're seeing, because I've done some research on shoulders, and it's not just that like tight shoulders are bad, it's tight asymmetrical shoulders are typically like really bad. So if you find that like one arm is just totally jacked up, then maybe some self-myofascial release, finding your weak and external rotation, doing some of these strengthening exercises we're doing, really important stuff.
Yeah, and I think it can feel overwhelming addressing the entire topic of shoulders. So keep in mind these few basic exercises done consistently can really help. We have another video that we created that can also be helpful. Just basic shoulder exercises, and when you can do them consistently for just a couple of weeks. I mean, even you can do this before a workout, and you'll notice like, oh, this is how chest press is supposed to feel. It doesn't have to be painful. So you can do it immediately beforehand. You're going to notice it. But if you can really do it consistently for a few weeks, 3 times per week, that's kind of the magic number. You're really going to feel that improvement.
Yeah, totally. What we just did today, before any kind of lifting, upper body movement, bulletproof those shoulders. I'm feeling like the fluid. And, you know, maybe you get one leg and you start doing some, you know, stuff like this in the gym. I dare you. But thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. Dean, thanks so much for helping me, teaching me.
Great job. Check out the other videos. We'll see you on the next one. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to give you a recommended video to follow up with this in a second, but I want to thank Dr. A for joining me here on the Manful Yoga YouTube channel. So check out Dr. A and the Fit Father Project. His links are in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We put out a new video every week. And if you want to get started with another shoulder workout right now, I'm just going to put it right over my shoulder right here. This is a 10-minute routine that you can do without any equipment or yoga experience, and try to do it a few times per week for best results. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.